Hi, this is a quick overview of the new development release for Commerce Reports. It's moving from 3.x to 4.x. There's been discussion about the new maintainers for the modules, whether they should support the visualization API, which Commerce Reports currently requires, or utilize charts, which is a more maintained and robust chart module. I went ahead and 4.x is now using charts, and it's specifically using the Google Charts version of charts because that is a script drop-in, whereas highcharts.js requires like a commercial license and is not as easily readily available. So, go off the bat, go visit the reports landing page. This is pretty much the same, aside from the fact that now these are all Google Charts instead of, or these are all using the charts module versus the visualization API. There are a few little bugs, such as when you click on month or week, the visualization API provided a way to rebuild a chart through just a call, and charts module does not, so like a patch has to be written for that. I did make one change. The billing map used to be hard-coded and a raw SQL query. Now this is built with views. I extended the module to declare the geomap chart type for charts module. So by doing so, you now have shipping. So you're able to see your shipping customer profiles and your billing customer profiles. This hasn't changed much. I would like to add in sorting by date so that you can see, hey, what products did we sell in October? It's Christmas time. What did we do for Christmas last year versus this year? Such like that. I don't think much is going to change for customers. I'm going to skip sales real quick. Payment methods. It's pretty much the same except for I can't think of what the issue number is off the top of my head, but there's a problem where this report may not be accurate. I noticed it based on, let's say, order 23. Well, they canceled, so I had to refund them, and I remove their, like, let's just say somebody deleted their order. Well, now those payment transactions are orphaned and just sitting there. So I added a relationship to the order ID and required it, so this way payment transactions that are orphaned cannot be factored in and calculated. So that's just one little safeguard. For tax, I haven't really touched this section yet. I figured the main focus is just getting the core part of the module revamped and a lot of the kinks worked out. So leading to that, we will go to the sales tab. You will notice that the default granularity form is gone. I have chosen to replace it with the Views Date Format SQL module. The granularity filter, or handler rather, for views was just too much code, and it didn't make sense to utilize a handler when there's a module out there specifically for utilizing SQL's date functionality. So now, much like Commerce Backoffice, when you're managing orders, you click on a date, it's using the date API, the date module's date pop-up, so that is another module that's required. But now your clients are going to be able to find their reports much easier. So now, instead of a drop down that had like years, like 50 years worth of information that you had to sift through and sort, and then an extra month would pop up here, it's a much simpler and more precise calculation. But one thing that was a result of this is having a drop down that specified the granularity. So I had to break down each report into its own display. So when you click on sales, it will default to monthly report. Click on weekly report, need to add CSS to the module to fix this highlighting, but this does need some work for the weekly. The date module provides granularity of month, day, hour, minute, second, but not week. So I'm going to look and see if there's a way to hook into that to add the week granularity, which will resolve this issue. And then if you go on daily report, it sets the limit to a month and shows orders per day for the past month. And that's the biggest overhaul so far, is that functionality. Now it does not use a visualization API. Instead of having a views handler that would need maintenance constantly, it is now using Views Date Format SQL module, so that way it's going to have a larger community effort. And the reports are broken down into their own tabs. This might be more friendly to some clients. Instead of sitting there and having to change one form all the time, they can just tab through. Support for Views data export is still there. I just have not had a chance to test it and verify that that has not been broken. But this is a quick preview of the 4.x development release. Right now, I do not have enough privileges to mark the checkbox or whatever to have the 4.x dev release appear right here. But you can go to View All Releases and download it from here if you want to check it out and give it a test. So again, this is 4.x dev branch of Commerce Reports, just trying to give Drupal Commerce a true reporting system so that we can make all of our clients much happier.